Good morning, Patriots and Truth Seekers, or afternoon if you're on the East Coast, or wherever you are in the world. I just want to thank you guys for watching the Daily Trite. Today is Boom Day 2.0, also another type of B Day, Donald Trump's birthday. So happy birthday, Mr. President. Thank you so much for your service to our country, and, you know, maybe future holiday. You know what I mean? Like... anyways, so there's about 3 posts that have come out, and you know, barring any new posts happening as I talk, we'll go over these, and then I'll give you guys a quick kind of what I think might happen. So we'll go over the posts, and then you will hear my opinion or my analysis, and if you just want the post, you can watch that and then leave, or if you want to stick around and hear what I have to say about it, then you can stick around. If you like the video, please like and subscribe and hit the bell button so you get all of our notifications, if I didn't already say that. So here's the first post from yesterday that I stopped at these 2 posts in my last video, which was like a 50-minute long video, so I'm glad that I still got a lot of people viewing that. I'm like, man, who's going to want to listen to me for 50 minutes? Okay, so this one, it says, POTUS is in possession of and reviewing the original IG, the Investigative General Report, Unredacted Report. Number 2 is modified IG, Unredacted Report, the Rod Rosenstein version. And then 3, the modified IG Redacted Report, Rod Rosenstein's version. And then number 4, the IG Summary Notes with the obstructions to obtain select information classified. So he says that the 3rd is going to be released tomorrow. That is the modified IG Redacted Report, Rod Rosenstein's version. The dud is going to be released tomorrow. and this specifically has to do with the FBI DOJ handling of the Hillary Rodham Clinton's email investigation. I'm thinking that must mean like section. So there must be several parts to this IG report, but what's being released tomorrow specifically has to do with Hillary's email investigation. So we're not going to see Russia collusion. We're not going to see any of the other great abuses of the DOJ and the FBI. My guess is that'll come later. All right, so Rod Rosenstein, once again, he's in those kill boxes, which is not good for him. Who has the sole ability to declass it all? Well, the president does. Did you witness the stage being set today, which was yesterday? And then that is Nunez, Grassley, Freedom C, the Freedom Caucus, Push for Documents, Rod Rosenstein, the center figure within the documents, personally involved, known conflict, immediate impeachment, resignation, termination, recusal, if ever brought to light. Be loud, be heard, fight for the truth. Q. Rah, rah. All right. I'm going to talk about that a little bit more. So this is a picture here, USS Protection. That is the United States Secret Service. Q says, thank you, United States Secret Service. And let me just show you the picture here. Pretty good for a LARP, if you ask me, if he's a quote-unquote LARP. Being able to get a picture in a car with the Secret Service of the Air Force One. I mean, imagine how that conversation would go, where he walks up and says, "Hey, do you mind if I just walk out onto the tarmac and climb into one of your cars and take a picture for my my 8chan board?" Yeah, explain that one, trolls. Okay, so, and then this one was posted today. It says 321 Rod Rosenstein. And this is a previous post from Q where he talks about, kind of starts laying down the framework for what happens if Rod Rosenstein is gone. Who's going to replace Rod Rosenstein? Why is this important? So I'm not going to actually go in and read this whole this whole post again, but I would recommend you guys reading it. Go to qanon.pub and pull this up and read it. All right, so it says Rod Rosenstein approved signed FISA warrant applications to extend surveillance on POTUS and others. And notice that he says POTUS, others. Because right now in the media, they would have us believe that it wasn't Donald Trump, it was just certain individuals in the Trump campaign, but yet Q is saying that there was surveillance directly on the president, which I think that's interesting. What evidence to support? What evidence was there to support the FISA warrant applications? My guess is that there wasn't any. Snowball. Rod Rosenstein at White House. Oh, to be a fly. To be a fly on the wall at the Oval Office right now. And, I heard that Rod Rosenstein has a temper. But Donald Trump, he has some hot blood too. I would just love to see them go at it. I mean, what I would pay to see that video. I would go broke, you guys. I would go broke to see it. Why was Rachel Brand removed? And this has to go into here. Critical thinking, Q. And so Rachel Brand was the person underneath Rod Rosenstein. And the reason that it was really important about her removal, I mean, obviously she was an Obama appointee and she was no good. They had to get rid of her. But what makes it so significant is that there is a law that allows the president to temporarily make an acting, attorney in her place. Right now, there's a guy. Let me see. This is the guy, Jesse Panuccio, the Principal Deputy Associate Attorney General. He's the one that's the acting person right now. So if Rod Rosenstein steps down, he's the one that's going to go take Rod Rosenstein's place. Or if Rod Rosenstein's fired, or all of a sudden commits suicide by shooting himself 3 times in the back of the head, he gets the Arkansas flu or whatever happens to him, he would, as it stands right now, he would be the one that would replace him. But right now, he's just an acting, the acting Principal Deputy Associate Attorney General. And there is a law that allows the president to assign another acting, Principal Deputy Associate Attorney General, and he would have 210 days before he'd have to be, confirmed by the Senate, or pushed through Congress and the Senate and all that. Where they're, as we know, they're kind of slow rolling everything. So, so Donald Trump could put anybody in this spot right before, right before Rod Rosenstein's gone, and then that person's going to go right up into Rod Rosenstein's place. So essentially, the president gets to pick the next, Deputy Attorney General without needing the approval of Congress and the Senate for a time period of 210 days. That's huge. So who is the president going to pick? I did a video earlier where I was guessing it was going to be Trey Gowdy. And I know that there's a lot of debate on the internet whether or not he is a white hat or a black hat. I don't know, guys. It's really hard to... sometimes it can be very hard to identify the good guys and the bad guys. He may be a black hat. He may not be a black hat. But whatever happens, we know that Donald Trump has someone very special in mind for this position to be replaced. And, I'm sure Jesse Panuccio is a great guy. I'm sure he'd be wonderful to have over for dinner. But I'm sure that Donald Trump has somebody in mind that he's going to place there that's going to make everybody freak out, and, the media is going to have a conniption, and it'll be the end of the world again for them. The sky is falling. Someone is going to be placed in there who's then going to go right up into the Rod Rosenstein's place. Okay, so that's why it's important, why it was important that she was removed. So over here, this is what I think is going to happen. There's not going to be a smoking gun in what's released today, as it's being released right now, and things start to come out. I think what you won't see a smoking gun per se, But what you will see is gunpowder residue. There will be enough there that people are going to be like, whoa, we need to dig deeper. And Donald Trump will probably come out, do a tweet or a press conference where he'll say, this was terrible. This was an absolute disgrace. I need to work on my Donald Trump accent. But, you know, you get the idea. Like, he'll come out, he'll come out against it. Probably, they might even have another, they may even wait for another request from these guys for the documents to be unredacted, or maybe he has everything that he needs to just do it. But then that's when POTUS is going to drop the executive order to get the original IG report. And then this is going to be public. I think he's going to announce that he's going to do it before he does it. And the reason being is he's going to get the mainstream media, the MSM, to take a position against it. And you know they're going to do it. I mean, they're predictable. And so, and the reason why that's important is because they're always saying, well, we're journalists and, you know, we have a duty and stuff like that to get the information to the people. Well, he's going to put the mainstream media in a position where they have to try to defend not getting information to the people. And that's going to look really awkward. You're going to have journalists advocating for information to be withheld from them and from the American people. And that's going to look really, really bad. And then especially when it comes out, because he's going to do it anyways, you know, they're not going to be able to stop him. He's going to do it, and then that's when you're going to get the smoking gun. That's when you're going to have the smoking gun. That was weird. All right, that's when you're going to have the smoking gun about, you know, everything that's dealing with these things. Now, what I don't know is, when is Rod Rosenstein going to get the axe in all of this? Is he over at the White House right now? Like, right now getting fired? Or are they just yelling at each other? I mean, what's happening right now? Is Rod Rosenstein already gone? Or is this going to happen after POTUS, after President Trump drops the executive order for the IG unredacted report? Now, that's the question I don't know. But what this is going to do is that this is going to start putting in the minds of people, undeniably, that there was widespread corruption. And this is kind of what I kind of expect it to be, is kind of like cracking the door open. So even though there's not, you know, pedophiles are still not getting rounded up, even though there's not the Trump-Russia, you know, collusion thing is going to be dropped, this is going to lead into that very, very quickly. Because Rod Rosenstein is going to be totally and completely compromised. He's going to be removed. Someone else is going to take that place. And once that happens, it's going to start, you know, just going boom, 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 boom. And then they're going to show that, oh, you know, Rod Rosenstein was the one that approved and signed the FISA warrant applications. And then they're going to say, whoa, there wasn't any evidence. Oh, look, they did this. Oh, look, they did that. This Russia collusion is a total sham. And then then I think there's going to come out a lot of stuff about the mainstream media, and they're going to get that removed, because I really feel like, you guys, they have to some extent, really pummel the mainstream media before the pedophile stuff comes out, because when the pedophile stuff starts to drop, and these people start to get, you know, exposed for their satanic rituals and their, you know, pasta cooking and all this spirit cooking and all this nasty stuff that they're into, you don't want the mainstream media mucking that up. You want an unscrambled broadcast to every person in the world. And I think that my idea is that the only way that you could really do that is to get rid of the mainstream media. So that's kind of my idea of what's going to happen. Let's just make sure that there isn't any more. Okay, so that's it for right now, you guys. It'll be interesting to watch as this stuff comes out. But like I said, I think it's going to be, well, it's said right here, we're going to get today the IG redacted report with the modified version of Rod Rosenstein. It's not going to be a smoking gun. It's going to look like a big disappointment, but there's going to be enough there for them to push for the full unredacted report. Donald Trump is going to come out vocally against what happened, drop the executive order to unclassify everything, unredact everything. The mainstream media is going to, have a conniption about it. They're going to say, no, it is our job to not inform the American people. And it's going to come out, it's going to be horrible. At some point within that, and I'm not sure where, Rod Rosenstein is going to be fired. So, and this is going to be the door that opens up to everything else. That's my idea of what's going to happen. So if you like the video, subscribe, hit the like button, tell your friends about Q. If you do tell your friends about Q, I would direct them probably first and foremost to the Praying Medic. He just does really good stuff. And also, I guess that he is starting to be given a hard time by YouTube. As far as I know, I haven't yet. I'm still flying under the radar, which I guess that's a good thing. But it's kind of a personal goal of mine to be enough of a nuisance to YouTube to be censored. I mean, I'd rather not be censored. I'd rather that not happen. But since they are censoring, I would like to count myself among those worthy of YouTube's direct attention. Maybe I'm just a masochist. I don't know. I enjoy the pain. But that's it for today, guys. I will, if something else really, really big happens today, then I'll try to do another video. But other than that, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you for watching, and have a wonderful day. God bless. Where we go one, we go all. Bye-bye.